Art with Patty. Thank you so much for joining me on this wild and wacky ride as I learn the joys and share with you the wonders of creating with fluid art. Stick around, let's have some fun, and as always, keep creating. Let's pour. What an incredible honor it is to be welcomed into the 5K Art Tribe. And during the month where Lisa Marvin Art is our guest host. And the challenge she gave us is to find a piece from our favorite artist and create a piece of your own inspired by that art. So I chose the artwork by Leonid Afremov. He has a unique style, and I wanted to attempt my rendition of these pieces. I couldn't decide between the two. They're both very similar, so I'm just taking my inspiration from both of them. Now, I probably did the assignment wrong. I probably should have done something in fluid art as opposed to trying to not necessarily replicate or duplicate his piece, but do my own version of that piece. I did it this way because it was more stepping outside the box, stepping out of my comfort zone, and attempting something completely different than what I'm used to. So I don't know if it really worked. I'm not very pleased with so far the final results. I may keep fiddling with it over time, or not, or I might just for my own personal sanity, I guess you would say, I might just redo it again, but doing it in a fluid art, because in editing this video, I was inspired yet again, and I couldn't help but think that instead of doing all these dots, I could have done a swipe, and all of those cells could have been the dots. So now I'm thinking, oh, what a missed opportunity that was. So I'm probably not done with this project. There will probably be a part 2 at some point, but I need to get my studio together and in working condition before I can take that on. So for now, I will just let you watch and see what I came up with in my rendition of a famous Leonid Afremov painting. In my research, I learned that Leonid was a Russian-Israeli artist known for his vibrant and colorful impressionist paintings. He created landscapes, cityscapes, and scenes of people using oil paints and a palette knife, which gave his prints rich texture and movement. He was initially recognized as a modern impressionistic artist who created paintings with a palette knife. He was born in Belarus in 1955 and passed away in August of 2019. At one point, I tried to honor him by pulling out the palette knife and doing some palette knife work, which I failed miserably at. I'll discuss it at the end there where I'm doing it. So I was loving how this was coming out though, and I might try more of this in other ways, or it's all been very fun and intriguing and giving me more and more ideas. I know I keep saying inspired me, um, but that it really has. It's got my mind turning and spinning and coming up with new ways to do it, and I'm excited to try other ways. So yeah, stay tuned for sure. But for now, this took many, many steps. I had to wait for, I would do like three different colors, and I'd have to wait a day or so for it to dry before I came back and did some more colors over top because I didn't want things blending. So yeah, have fun watching the rest, and I will see you on the other side. So this is my attempt, my sad, sorry attempt at doing some palette knife. It's not easy. First of all, I'm probably using the wrong stuff. I'm using uh, matte gel instead of the modeling paste. So, like I used for the trees, I should have stuck with the thicker stuff. And at the heat, the stuff is just, this gel is just way thin and it's really hard to work with. And then from here, it just kind of all falls apart. Well, not from here. I, I personally, I would probably be much happier with the outcome if I would have stopped after doing this. Right here, I was like, well, it's probably just as easy doing it with my fingers rather than the palette knife because I'm not very good with the palette knife, apparently. So I just started dabbing it on with my fingers, which was working pretty well. It was turning out nice, nicer than what I end up doing to it. Yeah, so I probably would have been better off if I would have just left this as it is pretty much, but then I start doing this. Which, I don't know. Clearly, it all turned to mud because of the orange and the purple. So I don't know what the heck I was thinking. But, that's fine. I can fix this. So this is the next day after that's dried. And I have to get rid of that because it's hideous. So we're leaving out the purple and the orange this time. There's enough on there. So now I'm going to just work with the pink, yellow, and the blue. So I put some pink in, and I'm just going to I want to get different layers and allow a little bit of each of the color to shine through. Um, yeah, like I said, I wish I wouldn't have done this. So definitely leaves room for improvement and makes me want to try again because this could have been really neat if I didn't mess it up so much here at the end. So lessons learned. And I'm not totally mad at it. And I figured, well, I keep going while it's wet with the pink or with the yellow and the blue, because then I can get a little bit of green out of it. Even though I'm not a big fan of the green that comes out of it, but that's okay. And I lost all my pink, so I got to stick some more in. But for my first attempt at something that's completely out of the box for me, I'm okay with it and can't wait to try again. Something different and better. You will see here at the end that I apparently didn't record it, but I went ahead and I colored the branches back in because in looking at the painting, there are branches there. So I wanted to bring my branches back because I lost them in the muddiness of it all. So I will definitely be working on this again in the future. Did I do this painting justice? Absolutely not. But I will. I will. I'll get it better. So stay tuned. Thank you again so much, Lisa, for this challenge that got my mind spinning. It was fun, and I was honored to have you as our guest host for my first time with the 5K challenge. And just before me was just Janice. Do not miss her video. She's amazing and you will not want to miss it. And up after me is Tammy DeCaro Art. Be sure to follow along in the playlist. And as always, if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. I appreciate all your likes, love, and support. Thank you always for chatting with me and supporting me. And I love you all for it. You know I do. And if you really enjoyed yourself, go ahead and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And stay tuned. Next week, I'll give you a little behind the scenes. The end of an era. My first art studio has come to an end. We have moved. Plus, big news, I've got my first honorable mention in a juried art show. Very happy of that. And a little sneak peek at our new place. This is our little screened-in, I call it a catio because my cats love it, right outside my new studio space, which is in total disarray, and I can't wait to get it all organized. So thank you so much for joining me, and as always, keep creating. I'll see you next time. Bye.